we're just going to chill out a little bit until more people join us. In the meantime, enjoy the cars. They're unique. So, we're just going to sit here, we're going to make sure that everything's ready, wait for a few people to show up. I don't want to start too early, I don't have a proper intro set up yet, but I do know what I'm going to be doing. If you're watching this back as a VOD, if you've seen old Home Improvement, I'm going to be using the intro from that. This song is really cool. I like it. I just said like a random genre on the YouTube audio library that's like free use. Cool music. I like it. I see that 2 people have joined us, so maybe we can start then. We're almost at the time in which the stream is meant to start, and I think that might be about now. Alright, so we have with us a bunch of cars today. Let me just unmuddy the camera and bring it a little bit closer. We have here, you can see an assortment. I feel like I'm missing one. 3, 4? Yeah. Hold on. I think I'm missing one. Do I have this one out? I don't think I do. So I'm going to have to spawn this one now, because I forgot to spawn this one. Alright, let me get it into place, whilst we wait for more people to join. We're down to 1 viewer. Anytime now. I have had this game open for quite a while, so maybe it's like bugged out. Oh, that's loud. Yes, this is a different car to that other white one. The one that's like 13 million or whatever. Absolutely bonkers. Alright, let's get back into place whilst we wait. Hey, some people are here! Welcome, Yashplay, Snazzy Boy, oh I like that name, and Crazy Crafter, how's it going, you 3? And excuse me, that car is freaking 13 millions? This one right here is. It's absolutely bonkers. I don't understand why. Now, the person that created it made it to be a competitor for the R32 GTR. I don't think they realize that they also have to compete on price. Also, I'm going to switch this microphone around. Alright. There we go. So I'm using a new audio device today. Let me know what you think. X-Lizic. Okay, oh, X-Lizic. Okay, cool. G'day, Hector Martin. What cars are you reviewing today? These. This wonderful assortment. Plus that one here on the left side, which I forgot to have in the thumbnail picture. I know that's me. Yeah, like I really should have the screen bigger, if I'm being honest. But I don't. Welcome, Marco De Giorgio. Those cars looking fine as hell. I think some of them, yes, look very fine. I am very excited to try out this one. And this one I am very puzzled to try out because of its absurd price. I'm so dumb, I didn't see the price. Okay, the price of this car, right here, a competitor for the R32 GTR. 13,200,000. What? We're gonna have a look at it though. What's the red one called? Oh god, you're asking me tricky questions now. Give me a second. It's called the Ukiyo 3810 Coupe. And the Ukiyo 3010 Coupe was made by Unleaded 95, made in the year 1990, $155,000. So we're talking like mid-range, low-range Ferrari price, which is pretty good. I like it. The ultimate car from Japanese manufacturer Ukiyo. In 1990, experimental platform used to develop motorsport technology. So that's that one. It's yours then? Okay. Hector Martin. Is your name Unleaded 95 then? Anyway, yeah. So, oh, okay, that was a bit fast. I like the look of it. I get the feeling that we're going to have to relearn how materials work, and I might do a video on it. Because I get the feeling that's meant to be leather around there, but it's like super shiny and reflective. Oh, maybe it's meant to be some sort of cloth or leather or felt or something. Very weird. In Discord? Okay, then. And in there, we have a small V10. Naturally aspirated, right? Yep, I see no turbos. So, yeah, I'm interested to see this one. Looks fairly good. Let's have a look into the interior a little bit. Yeah, I get the feeling that's meant to be leather. So we're going to have to relearn how materials work altogether, because this is yuckers. It was leather? Yeah. So, I will have to go through all the car files I get and make sure that none of the leathers are super duper shiny, because that is very unfortunate. Aside from that, it looks like that, fake plastic latex leather looking stuff. So that's kind of the idea we're going with now. Very hot in the summer. Let's move on to the next car. So let's just double check that I'm not mixed up this car and this car. Okay. The 92 Turbo. Yep, I do have it right. Okay. This is the 92 Turbo. It's, hold on, what's it called exactly? The Fukuro Yako 92 Turbo by XL. That's what we'll go with. 1992. Somehow, the price is worth an eye-watering $13,200,000. I just don't get it. But that's meant to be a competitor for the R32. The price is just a smidge bit off. Might be velvet? No, the creator just said it was leather. And that is super shiny. Velvet is not shiny. Oh no, something is broken on my car? Yeah, I would say the price is broken on your car. That price is bazonkers. Everything, almost everything had its quality sliders up to 15. It was absolute bonkers. In the rear, got nothing in the rear. Okay, so we have triple tail lights. Let's have a look at the bottom here. Is that meant to be the new carbon fiber? Or is that just material? I don't know what carbon fiber is meant to look like. Does this car have carbon fiber? Let's have a look-see. I can't tell what I'm looking at here. I don't know. But I don't think that... Is that a I think that is a monocoque. I can't tell. So I don't know what this car is made out of, but I know that it's just like super expensive. Nice door cards. Almost doing a good job. So close. Joke car, 13 mil for a Skyline. I mean, with the way prices are going in America, that wouldn't be so surprising. When you want to beat the Skyline so bad, I guess. The engine in mine has carbon fiber. This is a carbon fiber engine? Oh, okay, so the valve covers are meant to be carbon fiber. Unfortunately, that hasn't translated... Oh, wait, no, I see it. There is carbon fiber. Okay, so we know what carbon fiber is meant to look like. Oh, so if we see anything that looks actually like carbon fiber, remember it used to look like absolute arse before? We'll now know what is meant to be carbon fiber. So this doesn't have a carbon fiber chassis. We go in here, it just looks painted. So, painted and tarred. That's what it looks like. These are stuck out a little bit, unfortunately. And then in the engine here, we just have our regular straight six engine. But that is a ginormous turbo. Let's just bring that up a little bit. The size of that turbo is insane. And this is like an RB30 engine because it's a single overhead cam, not a dual cam. Yeah, I get what carbon looks like now. So that is... I expect a lot from this car. I expect a huge amount from this car. Then this one, unfinished. A bit odd. The bumper is very shiny, which is weird. Wow, the materials on these lights look so much better now. It's a very odd car. So this is a straight 4-cylinder. East-west by the looks of it. All-wheel drive. Okay, let's have a look out to the back here. We've got multi-link in the rear. And then a very, very basic back-end look. I don't think that the number plate would have been here on a car like this, though this is an Alfa Romeo or a Saab type body. I think the number plate probably would have been about here. Oh, okay, so your turbo sizing is off weirdly as well? Alright, so this car is the Concorde Rally Star 2 base. Alright, let's have a look at the price. Actually, hold on. That would be this car. $25,900. So, quite affordable. Is it naturally aspirated? Yes, it is. So this is a non-turbo car. And I saw a big flywheel there, so I'm assuming that it's also a manual. So, it's from 1996, which is an odd choice of car body. That car body is very much 80s to maybe early 90s sort of era. And the big brother of the Concorde Equinox, which I don't think I know. Lots of interesting cars. Welcome, Crispy Shaman. How's it going? Yeah, it's some interesting cars and some wacky cars. I see 3 muscle cars, mice. Nice, okay. Yeah, this is the same car, just 3 times. We'll get to that in a second, the one that's using the Ford XB body. Now, this car looks pretty cool. It's using, I think, a similar body to this one over here, if not the same body, just morphed very differently. I do like the look of the back end on this one. It looks really, really detailed. That is a lot of detail we've got here, and I like it a lot. Then there's even more detail down here. Nice. I would say that I'm most excited for these two. So this is the K50. And that is the Marcielli Fronti K50 by Exige GS. Now, I don't know the year or the price of this car, but it's a flat 4 front-wheel drive French supercar with enough grip to keep up with the literal touring cars of the time, apparently. So, I mean, touring cars weren't supercars. They were just beefed up family sedans and estates and stuff like that. Welcome, Arnold Court. Well, I'm kind of hopeless concerning my cars. I don't see your name on this list, so I wouldn't know what your cars look like. Don't worry, I think mine is going to be worse. Is yours this one? I don't know, it looks pretty good. Hey, Rally Star 2 go brum. Oh yes, it was by... No, Exige. I thought it was by you for a second. I like this detail. There's so much, like, subtle detail on this one. This one just looks nice. It looks like a Ferrari clone. This one has a lot of subtle details, which I am not missing because I keep seeing more and more detail. It is a very well thought out car. I don't know, I'm torn. This one could be my favorite, which, have a look at the paint on this thing, by the way. If you want to see what the new paint looks like at its best, this is the best example of an automation car's paint job now. That is phenomenal paint. You're the one who made it? I might have made a mistake. I also like this, like, ring around the lights. As you can see here, it looks much better over here. I like the look. God, I didn't miss the introduction of my Black Widow. Those? Yeah, we'll get to them. So let's have a look inside here. Oh, there's multiple layers of things in here. What are we looking at? I'm confused. Is that a wing there? Let's Control-T this. Lots of detail. And then on the inside, I'm not seeing a wing plane. Alright. Let's have a look at said engine. Oh, you know what? I think it might be this creating a bit of a box inside. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know what the frick I'm looking at. No idea. Anyway, let's have a look at the engine. So, we have some trumpets on a naturally aspirated or turbo 4-cylinder. That is a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. So, for this to be as fast as touring cars, especially through the front-wheel drives, front wheels, it's gonna have to be a pretty epic car. But let's follow back, make sure that this thing is not rear-wheel drive. I see that they've put an undercarriage on it, and we have double wishbone in the rear. What do we have on the front for suspension? We have double wishbone on the front as well. And the interior? Oh, they've got this on the back here, which I have a mod for, but I keep losing it, so I never put it on any of my cars. Welcome, Aero Racer. How did this white car get those fender flares? Like, what fixture did they use? I think that's the default body. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, that's not the default body. I don't know. I don't know where they got that from. But if it's there, that means... Wait, no, this car was an export. So this is a fully custom mod. I don't know much more about it. I don't know its price or its year. Wait, hold on. Do I know its year? No, I don't. I don't know its year. My car isn't going in this round, but 3,000 horsepower engine and an LM-style body, max brake, which does nothing. Okay. Hey, RevHang is here. I was actually going to ask you to join me, RevHang, in this video, but then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just do this. I'll catch you on the next time round. We'll just get you in for like some extra color commentary. If you guys like the sort of content I do, he's a very similar sort of creator, RevHang there. Worth a check out. Alright, so, we've got a manual, flat 4, naturally aspirated car. Interesting. I like the radio down here as well, kind of facing upwards like that. Very kind of like a European, French Citroen sort of thing to do. To not have it like facing where easily the driver can see it. Just in a really cool, funky place. I like it. You would love my luxury boat, but you will probably get to it after 5 streams since there's 23 cars behind it. Very possibly. Nice interior? Yeah. Because they exported it themselves, they got the leather right on this car. As opposed to, let's just go back to this one, how leather is turning out currently if you're not careful. And by the looks of it, you need to be very careful. So yeah, let's finish off this car. I like lots of little details. Oh, okay. So the rearview vision mirrors sometimes don't line up the way you want them to, or they stick through the window, stuff like that. They've covered it up with an aerial. Very smart play. I'm gonna have to steal that idea. I like that one. So, yeah, that's that one. I'm excited to see that one. It sounds really interesting. Front-wheel drives I really do like. And more of that leather interior, unfortunately. This is like the perfect song for this. Just going, well, the material's done it again. Alright, so this is the first of the Black Widow versions of cars. These are 1971 muscle cars, and they're all around the $20,000, $21,000 mark. Turbo Crash 93. Welcome. I would strongly suggest going to the description of the stream and reading that a little bit. It explains that we don't skip any cars. This is not a competition. This is just submit cars you're happy with, and I'll go through them in order. Making a car and automation this exact second. Nice, Fusal Azul. That's what I like to do when I'm watching streamers do, like, automation BeamNG stuff. It's just fun to see them doing that whilst you have that on in the background as you create something. Even put window heating on the rear. Yeah, that's something I keep meaning to do. I have it as a mod. I just can't find it, and I keep forgetting to put it on. Yeah. This glossy interior is not leather, it's cloth. Oh, they've done it to cloth as well? Oh, okay, so you have to make sure that you do not select shiny. It looks like leather, just very small, fine detail leather. Anyway, so we've got most of an interior. Didn't reach all the way down here, unfortunately, but they did a fairly good job. Is that on all of the mirrors? Of all the cars? No? Okay. No, not that car either. Oh, and not that car either. Okay. So these three, for some reason, have red mirrors. Alright, I suppose. So this is the lifted off-road version. Let's have a look underneath here. We have a lattice chassis. Oh, we've got all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I can't really tell yet. I'd have to wait till I get into the car. A big... Is that pushrod? I think that might be pushrod. I believe that is a pushrod engine. Yeah. So we got a big pushrod engine, looking pretty nice, pretty hefty, and then a decent interior. If you don't change the colors of the dash, they will just go white, and apparently that's still a thing. So be careful of that if that's something you wanted to change. Those muscle cars will be fun. They will probably handle like boats until... but be insanely fun because of the wheel spin and burnouts, very possibly. I doubt this one will get a lot of wheel spin because it's four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I'm going to guess four-wheel drive. My name can be translated to Blue W Beetle. I'm just going to call you Fuchsia. Oh, Fuchsia! Now I get a Fuchsia. Yeah, I've heard of Fuchsia. It's a shade of color. I'm going to assume blue. What map is this? This is just your regular, what's it called? Showroom? Is that what it's called? Yeah, this is just showroom. That's all it is. We just, having a bit of a look at the cars whilst we wait. This is some funky music. I am really enjoying it. I should use it more often. Is there anything in the boot? No! Fail! Anyway, hold on. This doesn't have any glass in the windows. That's weird. That does. So I exported all these right, but this one doesn't. Okay, why is the music stopped? Alright. And then the back end. So this is a Ford XB body. Let's have a quick look at a Ford XB Coupe. Now, I always thought that nobody could ever make this body look like anything other than a Ford XB. Let's have a look at the tail. But the tail is, sorry, very distinctive. Where they've actually done a really good job to make it look like a different car. So I am actually really happy with that. Does that say... I think there's been a save and export issue there, so yeah, I don't know. So here we go, we got another V, what I'm assuming is a V8. Glossy interior, again, unfortunately. We got our 2x2 seating, and in the front we have the same headers version, extractors version of a V8. And it's got triple carbs? Which is very... unusual. That's not the way I would have done this. Because 6 does not go into 8, because these are dual barrel carbs by the looks of it. And even if they were single barrel, that would be 3 does not go into 8. So that's an odd choice. Maybe not the way I would have done it. What playlist am I listening to? Audio library playlist. I've just went to like attribution not required. And I just set mood to romantic. I just chose one randomly. And, I don't know, it's pretty funky. I like it. Is it possible to do BeamMP servers with automation cars? I think the update changed it. I can't work it out. Yeah, so that's part of the reason why I didn't call you up in today's stream, is because I haven't gotten around to making BeamMP work yet. I'm still having issues with it. Anyway, welcome to the new people, including Rakhudu. That's quite the name. Alright, so what do we got on the front suspension here? Here we have double wishbone, very indicative of the day. And then on the rear we have solid axle coil. Interesting. Probably not the suspension I would have had on an old muscle car from the 70s. I probably would have had Leaf. Now this one looks beefy. So this one looks like a race car. Oops. This one looks like a muscle car. So like this is maybe a like stock car, something that they intend to actually make go fast around a track. This thing looks like the sort of car that just somebody made to look fast and look cool, to make those panties drop. Exact same sort of interior. What's this round thing down here? Ah, that's a chassis mount. Okay, fair enough. I like it too, gonna listen to this music too, sure. The design idea for the Black Widow was sort of a mix of 1970 Challenger and 1971 Mustang. I don't really get it, I don't see it. But then again, they're not really cars here in Australia, so I don't know. And welcome, Mindogus? Malaka, oh fuck you. Your name, come on, really? Sup, mate? I'm excited when you figure out BeamMP Phil so I can join and drive my creations in your server. Yeah, that is actually something I will be doing as well. I don't have it on hand, but I will be running a permanent server at some point, which has now been set back even further. Calvin? I'm gonna forget that. No offense. I just have a shitty memory. Alright, let's have a look at the engine in here. It's exactly the same. Ah, we have 2 4-barrels? Is that what those are? Anyway, so that one is a much more accurate sort of carburetor that you would see on here. Though if this was the standard version of the engine, you wouldn't have 2, you'd just have 1. And you would, I mean, most likely, I don't actually know. Once again, muscle cars weren't big here in Australia. And we've also got headers again, which you're not going to have extractors on a standard car most of the time. That is a very rare thing. Anyway, I get the feeling that this is stuffed up, right? That's not meant to be like that. You actually spelled my name correctly, which is surprising. All right. Let me try that again, because I think I've forgotten. Is it? Is that correct? Did I get the inflection right? I hope I got the inflection right. All right, let's move on. We're going to start today's challenge off. I'm going to start with the ugliest car. I'm sorry, but it is not much of a looker. There's not much of an interior, as to say, there is none. And we have a very basic front-wheel drive car. We'll give it a try. Let's see what map we want. If it's touring car, we should probably go on some sort of European-style track. Do we have a European track here? You know what? I think they do a lot of European racing on the Spa. So we might go to Spa Frankenchops. I know that's not how you say this name, but that's what I always call it. Because it sounds like Frankenstein, but like meat chops. So I call it Spa Frankenchops. Ah, the black one has a bigger engine. Oh, it's for the 429 as well. That's big. That's over 7 liters of engine. The other two have Windsors. Ah, so like a 5 liter. Yeah, the Windsors were not loved here in Australia, if I'm being honest. Very much brushed over. But they kept them because they were 5 liters and they kept in line with the V8 supercars regulation. But then they went, you know what, screw it. That engine's just no good. So they got the Boss engines here, the Boss 260 and stuff. Is this gonna load or is it broken? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so they got that and then they just make custom engines for it because basically there were custom engines anyway, and you can always just buy more Windsors if that's what you wanted to use. Bruh. Italian? Savage. Phil, that's the first version, lol. It's better in the most recent version. If you guys have updated versions of your cars, please delete the old ones, or if you have a download link, put the download link in, like, the edited version of your original post, so then I don't have to test out your shitty ones. I'm not saying that the car is shitty, I'm just saying if you got a better one and you think it's better than your current one that I haven't tested yet, do that. Will you ever take us on a trip through your city? Welcome, Christian Lee Shader. You mean Adelaide? It's pretty small. I could take you on a trip from one end to the other in, like, 5 minutes. Unless there's traffic. Then 6 minutes. I'm joking. Traffic gets really bad because we don't have much of a spread out of our city. It's like really condensed, and the traffic is designed for the 90s or 80s even. It's pretty bad. F7, Control E. Let's bring up the rally car. Oh, this is meant to be a rally car. Oh, I should have taken it on the rally course. Hold on, let me have a look here at the description of said car. Nope, this says nothing about it actually being a rally car. Okay. How do I send a car to you? I'm using the old automation. Read the description. You can export the zip file and you can send me that, if that's what you would rather. ASMR Volvo Adelaide Tour. I don't actually have a road-going Volvo currently, unfortunately. Like, I love Volvos, but old ones are too expensive to keep on the road, and new ones are not Volvos, if I'm honest. And the ones that I do want are super expensive. Like, the only, kind of recent Volvo I'd ever consider getting is a C30 in manual. Of course, I would never get an automatic ever again. They kill my soul. Okay, let's go by cheapest. Let's go transmission. Ah, there's only automatic ones. In the entirety of Australia, only automatics. And $7,300. And yeah, so it's saying it's automatic even though that searching manual brought it up. Occasionally you do get a manual, an actually genuine manual. But it looks like there is no actual manual version of it. But they are so goddamn expensive. Let's go back one page and see what the cheapest is all round. $5,499. No picture in New South Wales. What sort of engine do we got in here? 125 kilowatts. That's not a lot. So that's not a performance version. Okay. I will give you that. The S60 with the gated manual. Oh, that is so good. Let me show you the Volvo gated manual for anybody that hasn't seen it. It's pure art. That I shouldn't actually say it's a gated manual. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say. But it's like this sort of thing. It is just gorgeous. I love it so goddamn much. I don't know why it's showing me actual gated manuals that are not Volvo related. But anyway, yeah, you get the idea. That's what I meant to say. I love the look of this thing, and apparently they are absolutely phenomenal. They never came to Australia though. So I am really disappointed in Volvo Australia for that. But yeah, we had a 1999 Volvo S80 T6. 1 year old. when new, which we didn't pay for, it was $120,000 when I was a kid, which is when my parents bought it. That car was a goddamn nightmare. So many problems all the time. Like after a couple of years, as soon as the warranty ran out, that thing had a $7,000 or $8,000 in like 2005. A $7,000, which is close to $15,000 now. Actually, no, hold on. Sorry. It'd be like $10,000 or so dollars now. Transmission replacement. The whole transmission. You couldn't repair it. You couldn't fix it. Just replace it. At that point, I went, Volvo is dead. And I've never looked back. Just hand built a C30. Nice. I owned a 2014 Model T4. Nice, okay. I paid 7,000 euros for mine at 120,000 kilometers. That's a lot. Yes, it's a manual. Nice. Bellissimo. I just found a 24-karat gold C30 in a junkyard. Damn, bruh. You don't find those sorts of cars in junkyards here in Australia. They always get resold on or directly to parts places. Because parts for Volvos here in Australia, super expensive. Lots of import tariffs for Europe. Anyway, let's give this one a bit of a drive around. Oh, that's a slow takeoff. And the high revs are also slow. So, this is meant to be kind of a budget car. And it's, what, front-wheel drive? No? This is all-wheel drive. Okay. I don't know why you need all-wheel drive with such a slow car, but why not? 500 for a 740 now has whoa! That's a lot of miles? Or is that kilometers? Anyway, yeah, my highest mileage was 513,000 kilometers on a 1983 Volvo 244 GLE. Really fun little car. This is kind of boring. Like, top speed's boring. It's meh. Let's see what its braking is like. Okay, you know what? The braking is good. Let's go take this over to a rally track, though. I get the feeling that this is meant to be on a rally track, not on an actual track. All right. Let's just see what we got here. We should have a few rally tracks lined up. I don't want to do Rally Forest because I'm still new to that one. We could go to Bumpy Island, which doesn't seem to be... Oh, yeah, here we go, Bumpy Island. This was created by somebody that's also in my server, so... It's not polished, though, so we won't go there. Not today. I think Rally Forest is really my only one. 250 horsepower? That sounds a little bit more like it. Actually, that sounds a lot more like it. Them thick boy but thin wheels, bruh. You know what? I didn't actually look at how thick the tires were. It now has a new engine since 2 months. Nay. Welcome, Nay. Yes, I have done engine replacements and swaps as well. Going away from stream a little. Yeah, sure. My current project car, which I will be getting around to, is a Volvo 360 GLT. Little 5-cylinder... a 4-cylinder 5-speed car. It's very weird. It's the budget version of Volvo. It's a 2-liter version of the Red Block. But it's, rear transmission, so it's a transaxle that is independent leaf spring. So what it actually is what's called a DD-on tube, which is a very weird sort of suspension that is very rare, used in early forms of F1 cars. What else? A few French cars as well. But this one is also a transaxle, which makes it even rarer. In their budget car. So they basically made like a weird kind of version of a Corvette for a budget. It's so weird, but I love it. I'm going to be making it for drift. You should get the Rally Lay Temperate map? They are 195s on that version. Okay, let's have a look, see. We'll give this one a proper off-road try. Grandfather had one of those Volvos? Nice. Alright, so I am seeing... Yeah, they are fairly thick tires. Even for the 90s, they're a bit thick. Alright, let's have a drive around on Rally Forest, as it's so aptly named. Okay. Do we have off-road tires or do we have sport? What do we got here? I am seeing... Those look like hard long lives, not off-road. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to flatten out these tires a bit. 27 and 27, let's bring that down to like 18 and 18. Sounds about right. Actually, you know what? This thing could go with a little bit less rear grip, so I'm going to put this up to 18 and 20. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Hold on, let's do a bit of a burnout. It's downhill, so we're going to lose it very quickly. Yep, no, it doesn't want to do a burnout, unfortunately. I think this car needed to be turbo. If it's a 90s car, a turbo is going to be quite important. Okay, that was very close to going off, but oh, well, we're doing well still. Okay, no, stay off the side, because the side is brutal. I think maybe we have a little too much traction, and we have a little too little traction on the rear. Okay, a little bit of frame lag there, but we're doing fine anyway. You know what? Not a terrible car. A little too understeery though. Even with that extra traction on the rear, we are getting a little too much understeer. So hopefully you have fixed that in the later version. Okay. Handles fairly well. A little bit of handbrakey action there to actually make it slide out though. Otherwise it doesn't want to slide out. Okay, that time I wanted to slide out. And... oh, wow. Did you see that lag just then? Okay. Let's rewind that. And back again we go. Alright, let's try to take this corner better this time. Yep, okay. Wait, hold on. Traction control was on. My bad. I am so sorry. I just noticed it. Let's try that again. We're going to try to do an actual burnout this time. Also, tell me if the music is too loud. Or if the game should be louder. Still not getting much of a burnout. Still quite a gutless car. Decent. Oh, okay. I might also go in and disable ABS for this car. Ooh, okay. Nice. Bring it down here. Get it turned. Yeah, no, we're good. You know what? This car is okay. Would I say it's a good car? Not really. For being an all-wheel drive sort of car that's meant to be for rally, it really needs to have at least double this amount of power. It needs to be able to do a burnout down the road. Okay, the actual WRC version has many fixtures. It lags my game. Oh dear, well maybe I don't want that version then. Did Australia got any Soviet cars back in the day? No. None whatsoever. It really seems like you should lower your graphics while recording. I'm not recording, but my graphics are down a little bit. And we've got 86 FPS. If you can see it up in the corner there, it's a bit hard to see. If I don't know, you're just never going to be able to see that. Let's Alt U bring up the graphics settings here. Oh wait, it is on graphics. Oh no, we've got it set to Ultra. Let's set it back to high then. There we go. Reloaded in. And now we have bad frame rates. Our frame rate is now down to 77, 80, 87, 91. Okay, our frame rate is a little bit better now. Though I don't think that that was actually a graphical thing. That's like a computational thing. I think that they still have glitches in their system. Can really only hear me? Oh, okay. Let's turn desktop audio up then. Can you hear... Well, I mean, the game was actually really quiet. But can you hear the music now? Welcome, Flame Z. How's it going? Get handbrakey around here. Also, welcome, Mr. Sanerts. Sanerts? Welcome, Mr. Sanerts. We'll go with that. We'll just say that that's how it's meant to be said and call it a day. Oh, God! That was so much lag. The devs really need to get onto why this game has so much frame lag. Ah! And even on the lower settings, it still does it. It was a bug that came in like a few updates ago that is a little bit better than last time. I will admit it is a little bit better. The frame lag is a little bit more consistently happening. Previously, the frame lag would only happen under hard braking, so you'd think that you were actually going much slower. So then when you finally let off the brakes, because you were slowing down, it was causing it to lag, it would then glitch out and spear you off the track. A lot of people have the same issue. Like the bow tie? Bow ties are cool. You're not quoting Doctor Who, are you? I wore bow ties before Doctor Who. Well, actually, I don't know about old Doctor Who's, but before the new Doctor Who. Well, Matt Smith. My frames average 22s on most 17s on my laggier maps. Oh dear. In the new update, many FPS got much better. I will agree, it did get better, and it is a little bit more consistent, but it's still not fixed. And then they go ahead and do these updates like mattresses that don't really matter. Alright, so we're done with this car. Let's go to a different map. What car are we going to do first, though? I think... Let's do the Nissan knockoff. The $13.2 million car. Free roam. I mean, if it's meant to be a race car, we'll take it to a racetrack. And if it's meant to be a Japanese car, then we'll go with the Hirochi Raceway. I think that just kind of played itself for us. The bugs have been carried in from old updates, like bugs from F1 2020 carried over to F1 121. I kind of want to get F1 2021, but I also kind of don't because I keep hearing bad things about it. So maybe I just won't get it. But I still kind of want it because it looks good. But then again, is it EA that makes it? So it's probably going to be bad no matter whether it looks good or not. Would like to, since I'm French, will it be easy to connect? That makes it quite the... What are you... What? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking there, Arnold Court. Anard Court? Hector Martin. The Ukiyo next, please. Well, we're going to go with the Nissan knockoff, which is the Fukuro Yako. Close in name, but not quite. So this car is meant to be a competitor for the Nissan Skyline. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this engine. Does it have neutral? Yes, it does. Yeah, you should be hearing that now. I'm going to get back into automation, been playing Minecraft a lot, and I want to fix the Rally Star, and then also, it's still Codemasters. EA just bought Codemasters. They are a good moneymaker. You reckon they're a good moneymaker and they're not going to mess with it? Okay. So, what EA did is said, you make this much money. We're going to buy you at making this much money. But then EA says, okay, but now we need to make more money than what they were projected to make. So we're going to push them super hard, and they're going to release, like, every microtransaction pay-to-win mechanic that you can think of. Alright, let's try this around the Hirochi Raceway. It feels like the RPM should be a little bit higher than this, if I'm being honest. Frames are not great currently. Yikes. You know... Oh god. Oh god. I think the Nissan Skyline R32 had traction control at some point. So would have loved traction control in this. Let's just try braking a little bit softer though. Okay. So at first this thing felt like it had an understeer, but then it just kept gripping, which is kind of a bit of the magic of the Skyline. It feels like it won't take corners, but it really, really does. And then it pulls out of those corners like an absolute beast. Oh, okay. Traction is no good. What is the tire size? Tire size looks pretty big. Okay, let's try that again. Let's get a little bit faster going up around here. Which means ignoring chat for a little bit. Okay, you know it does understeer. I might have to go into manual control for the transmission because transmission's being a bit of a bum. Oh, I'm trying so hard to not lock up. But there's no avoiding it. So for $13.2 million, this is not a great car. If I'm being honest. Oh god, it locks up so easily. Alright, let's see which one locks up. Is it the front or the back? Okay, it's the front. Let's lower the increase the traction on the front by dropping that tire pressure. Let's make it similar to the rear. Maybe that's the issue. Should have been around 7,500? That's why you export it as a zip and just tell me the year and price so I can get an idea and a bit of a one-sentence blurb of the car. This car's gonna have a huge update? Yeah, I reckon with twin turbos this would be a lot more interesting. No, it's still locking up under the slightest bit of braking. Let me bring up the pedals graph for you. And you can see what I'm talking about. I hate this new thing though. I loved it when it was in the middle. I hate this. This just looks ugly. I don't know what it's called. Let's just, here we go. Pedals and axles. Or pedals and axes, sorry. Okay. Let me show you how much I brake. And pay close attention, because it's not much. Okay, we have to slow down for this corner. That's the limit of it. Like 30-ish% to 45. And then, oh, okay, we're locking up at 20%. Alright, let's bring it down for the back end of the straight. So we're going to have a lot of speed heading down here. Oh, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Locking up at about 40-ish with only a slight bit of turn. Which is unfortunate. I was expecting this car to at least be really good. But it's understeery. Oh, you know what? Maybe braking isn't quite so bad sometimes. You know what it is? I think I've stuffed up my steering, so maybe there's a little bit of a... okay. I cannot turn in any capacity and brake, because this car just falls to shit. It's unfortunate. I was expecting more from this car. I have to wonder about the idiot who drops $13 million on the car and only gets a Skyline. Apparently there was an issue with the transition of save. I don't know, but that's what they say. I don't know if you can add 2 turbos in an inline in automation. I could try adding it myself. In the new update, the turbos update, there's meant to have that option. Either reduce the brake pads or the amount of pistons used and maybe drop the quality. The car isn't light. I think this is like a 1.3 ton vehicle. So in here we've got... that's drum brakes on the rear. Okay. And then on the front, we have 2 piston, rather big ones. Why is there drum brakes on this? What on earth? I think the overprice is from the engine. I was getting too much horsepower with it, so I just nerfed it. But the quality was high on the engine. It was plus 15 for everything. So, odd choices all around for this car. Let's move on. Sorry. Not particularly mind-blowing. Alright, we have a choice now. Do we go with this cool-looking car, the Fronti Marcelli, or the Ferrari knockoff? I think we go the Fronti Marcelli. Now, do we have any information on the Fronti Marcelli? No, we don't. We just know that it's called the K50. It's the A flat 4 French supercar with enough grip to keep it in... Okay, so this is meant to be the touring car. It looks really good. And is it turbo or naturally aspirated? I believe this was naturally aspirated. Yep, naturally aspirated. Sounds awesome. Let's take it around Horochi as well, since we're here anyway. You guys can hear this, right? Because it's deafening me right now. I can barely hear myself think. New turbos are going to be cool. I'm actually more excited about being able to have, like, good brakes. This sound! This sound is insane. It, like, they've obviously done a sound swap. Oh, I like the handling. Like, that nice amount of slip angle, oversteer type situation for just a front-wheel drive car. Well done. Well done. This thing is screaming! I wonder what the engine choices they've gone for, though you'll notice that I'm feathering the brakes still, because I'm still worried about the previous car. Does this have ABS? Yes, it does. And it pulls up pretty decently. My god, it's so loud! Straight cut gear. That's what the sound is. Now I know it. There are some that sound a bit like this, but this is excessive. This is maybe a little too much. Racing spec boxer? Yeah. Doesn't sound a lot like a boxer, but yeah. I love the slip angle on this thing. It's pretty decent. Let's go a little bit harder now. Go full sweat mode. Oh, this thing carries a little too much inertia, unfortunately. It sounds so fast, but then I look over at the speedo and I'm doing 100. Not that fast. That's 100 kilometers an hour, by the way, not miles per hour. It's so loud! I want to take this around Spa. This car feels fun. It feels really fun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, figuring out how to do custom sounds as well is something I'm planning to learn as well. Twin Turbos has said that he's going to teach me, and so is Tievsky. So one of those guys will teach me. So that'll be a tutorial I'll do one day, or maybe I'll just do a thing. Pretty decent. I love this, but I have to turn the headset down. That is way too loud. Anyway, let's take this around Spa. Bro, the Helix gears make this sick. It does sound pretty awesome. I don't know. This is not mine, Dark Fox, and welcome, Dark Fox. The wine. Helical Guild, straight car, like an M3 GTR. I've never had an M3 GTR, so I don't know. I've ever seen one in real life. And welcome, Barrett Oliver. Welcome. I wonder how it slides. This is a front-wheel drive. So, I mean, we can try doing a little bit of drift with front-wheel drive. Yeah, it's alright. It's got the power to maintain it as well. Pretty decent. Let's try it down here with a little bit of a speed drift. But then again, I don't know what the braking thing is here. Okay, well, I stopped that up entirely. That was all my fault. This thing has a decent amount of power, too. But yeah, let's get this thing going. And then do a little bit more drifty drift. Damn it. Alright, you know what? Drifting front-wheel drives is a little bit harder than what I'm making it look sometimes. Unless you're really good at it, then it's, I'm making it look more difficult than what it is. Alright, let's see if I can drift on this corner. I should be able to with this one. Okay, decent. Decent. Let's try this corner again. Nah, okay. With the automatic gear controls, it's a little too hard, but we did alright. Missed so bad, my RX-7 FC. broke diff while making my best time attack ever. Oh, that's unfortunate. I almost bought myself a 1998 RX-7, I believe. It was a Series 8. That's all I can really remember. But I decided to get a 180 instead that could be registered on the road, which was a mistake because the car just wasn't for me. Interesting description there, Dark Fox. I can't really follow. Anyway, I'm back, and that car sounds like a weird RC car. Does sound a bit like an RC car, doesn't it? Now, do I have... Nope, that's the wrong one. Time trials. Do I have a time trials for Spa-Frankenchops? No, Oh, yes, I do. Okay, cool. Let's do a hot lap of Spa-Frankenchops. I love calling it that. Where did it go? Oh, wait, there it is. It just... The photo for it looks so different. Yeah. One lap, rolling start. Sure, we'll do a rolling start. Now, in our Group C cars, the best time we did was... I think it was a 109 or was it a 209? I can't remember. If anybody knows what the times we did, yeah, that's what we're going to try to compare against. A Group C car with 650 horsepower with this front-wheel drive car. Oh, this thing gets so much wheel spin off the line. Okay, interesting, interesting. Slow it down for the first chicane. Weird. Did I drop frames, or was that just a weird handling characteristic of the car? Anyway, we've crossed the timing mark, and we're going to see what we can do here. This should be about a good braking point. Didn't quite need to brake so early by the looks of it. And then accelerate hard all the way down the pit straight? Pit lane? No, pit straight. All the way here into Eau Rouge. Can we go flat out through Eau Rouge? That will be the big question. If it's a good car, we should be able to. Oh god. Oh god! Ah! So yes, frame lag still, but we were able to control it. That was a big hey, how's your father? M3 GTR is the beauty of a car? Nice. It kind of has a whine of a rally car. I at first thought it was a sound of a supercharger, like a supercharger whine. But it doesn't really sound like a supercharger whine. This does pretty well at handling. It's just those high-speed corners where it has a bit of an issue. That is some sound. I am just lost in the sound of this car currently. Sorry that I'm not talking a whole lot, but holy cow, the sound of this car is bonkers, and I love it. Also, I hate it because it's like really ear-destroying. Alright, going through a Puon. Pretty decently. Carried a lot of speed through there. And by the looks of it, we're not going to get anywhere near the Group C times. Oops. Oh, okay. Oops, I overshot it. I overshot it. I don't know what this corner is called, but I know I overshot it. Alright, come on. Faster! Alright, slow down here. Okay. We missed the turn in, unfortunately. That was very unfortunate. This thing does have, like... It starts with oversteer. Starts with understeer. Then it turns into oversteer the faster you go. It's a very interesting car. It is in the Discord, so anybody is allowed to try and take it out. Like, there is no restrictions I put on that. And if you wanted a restriction on it, well, too bad. Okay. Through Eau Rouge, we understeered like crazy. If I had it turned in properly, it probably would have been a little bit better. Oh, squirrely under brakes, because that weight transfer was not apparently wanted by the car. There's that understeer again. Could have accelerated a little bit sooner out of there. But I reckon I could only knock off about 10 seconds. So, compared to a Group C, not blistering. But by God, this car is fun. Like, not the fastest car in the world, but fun. Very, very fun. To me, it sounds like a London bus on bath salts. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go back to... Yeah. I do also really love the design of this car. Let's go over the design of this car again. Like, point out everything. It's got a rear windshield wiper. It's got rear window heater thingies. There's so much detail here on the rear that you can look at it a couple of times and still miss things. Like, this light goes out and then it comes in, and then you've got like a divot cut in there. It's so well thought out. Everything just has a little bit of detail on it. Really nice job. I give this car, even though it's not the fastest, like a 9 out of 10. It's pretty darn good. Except you didn't change the color of this correctly, so it blends in with the wheel, with the tires. How do I make custom engine sound? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. This is a viewer car. The sound reminds me of the cars that George C. Scott drove in the movie The Last Run. I don't know that movie. Let's have a look at that. The Last Run. Ooh. That's not a well-rated movie. Alright, sounds like a locomotive in low-speed camera? Weird. Oh, in low-speed camera? I suppose I didn't really listen to it. London buses make a whine. It's much worse. Oh, sorry, it's much more sedate than this. Alright, fair enough. You can add and remap JSON files. I'm not sure how to actually do it, but I know what needs to be changed. Yeah, I know what needs to be changed. I just don't know how to get the sounds. That's my biggest issue. I know where to get the sounds, I just don't know how to get them. And people will be telling me how to do that in the future, so I'll be able to do that for you guys. Let's see what comes next. We want to do the 3 muscle cars together. So that leaves just this car to be done. I love that red pearl kind of color in there. That is really nice. Really, really well done. I love it so much. Like, I know it's just like the base kind of color sort of thing. It's red, meh, but BeamNG has really picked up its game with its paints, which is something that has been a bane of its existence for the longest time. Now, as we remember, this thing has a V10 with a glossy latex interior, and the engine is in the cockpit of the car. Unless there's meant to be glass over this, which I can't see. Which that might be, who knows. I don't actually see... No, it does actually have fuel injection. Naturally aspirated, okay. So, European car on a European track, I think. Let's have a quick look at the details. Oh, our music has stopped. No, it hasn't. It was just really quiet there for a second. Alright, so this is the $155,000. This is the Ukiyo 3810 Coupe. Oops, I spat just then. That was weird. Unleaded 95, who is in the chat here just under a different name. I forget the name again. That red is hot. It looks pretty darn sick. $155,000 car. The ultimate car from Japanese manufacturer Ukiyo in 1990. Experimental platform used to develop motorsport technology. Which is actually usually the other way around. They use motorsport as an excuse to develop technology for road cars. It looks like a Ferrari. At the back there? Like an old, what, 3 something or other? Or it looks like a GTA car. Either way, I still like it. Hector Martin. Thank you, Hector Martin, for this car. Let's give it a bit of a try around here. And this should be just real drive, I believe. Smooth. No real oversteer yet. We're gonna see how it goes through Eau Rouge. Oh, sorry. Blanchimont? No, this is Eau Rouge. Oh, no. Okay. Unfortunately, it suffers from sports car. Let's try that again. And let's see if we can do our Eau Rouge better. You know what, I keep getting Eau Rouge and Blanchimont mixed up. I believe it's called Eau Rouge. Here. F3, yes, that's the one. F355. It looks so much like it. Crossed with like a GTA car. Looks pretty awesome though. I'm not sure about the latex interior though. Yes, I know it's not actually latex. Oh god. This thing has instability issues. I think it also might have high speed problems. Oh, I accidentally hit Control R. Anyway, I'm not seeing any wings on it. Let's have a look through it. No wings, no wings, no wings. We are good. Okay, so there is no aero on this car whatsoever. It's got like the fake aero, which is lips and stuff, but nothing else. It sounds pretty good. I like the sound. V10s always sound pretty good. 9,500 RPM. Very unusual for a 90s car. That sounds like the sort of thing that you would have in an F1 car at the time. Like, they had high revving engines. I'm not sure how high though. I think their revs would be under 10,000 though. So this is the sort of like an F1 line of engine, basically. Pretty good. Lots of understeer, as you'd expect from a sports car. I'm starting to question whether it's worth its price tag though. Let's see what its top speed is. Let's take it around to a track. Oh, wrong button. Free roam. What do we got here? Bonneville Salt Flats. Let's not ignore the Testarossa slats on the side intakes. Isn't that on like Ferraris as well? Oh no, sorry, the Testarossa is a Ferrari. Sorry, I was thinking Lamborghini with Testarossa, my bad. NAV10s sound orgasmic. They are pretty good. There's a reason why that was what Lexus chose. Because they just wanted an engine which was the whole package. Which is why I don't make mid-engine cars. Any mid-engine, it never stays stable with oversteer settings and snips? I don't know, okay. That's not entirely true. You just have to design the car for what it's used for. Now, we're going to test its top speed to see what happens at top speed. This is not the most traction-y ground either, so that might be a problem. This is pretty fast. We're already going 270 kilometers an hour, which is, what, 160? No, like 180. Okay, we're now over 200 miles an hour. This thing is fast. 320, yeah. So 320 is 200 miles an hour. Okay, we're topped out. It's actually rev limiter. 375 kilometers an hour. Let's see what that does. Sorry, kilometers an hour. 233 miles per hour. So for $155,000, this is a high-speed car. Like, that's McLaren speeds. What was the McLaren F1's top speed? $240. Okay, this would have had the top speed before the McLaren F1, which came in, what, 1992 or 3? Yeah, 1992. So this car was 2 years before the McLaren, probably had the top speed record up to that point. Let's try taking it around the automation test track. Because that track I know a lot better. I spent a lot of time on this track. Looks like the car in that one arcade that the name is Supersport? Don't know that game. This car should be okay as it was set for understeer. Okay. Almost as fast as the Ferrari F40. No, the Ferrari F40 did 201 miles per hour. Let me double check that. Check my sources. 228. So this is... I thought that the Ferrari only did 201. My memory is really bad, apparently. So this did 228 miles per hour, whereas this one did 233. So it's just a little bit faster. Gotta go. Hopefully I don't burn my... with fireworks today. Isn't it meant to be really hot in North America currently? Isn't fireworks like a really bad idea? And does that mean that it's 4th of July in America? No. It's the 6th here. That means it's the 5th there. Like, at most. It's probably the 6th there as well. Anyway, oh god. Lots of weird oversteer in a straight line, but then in a corner, lots of understeer. Brake! Get it turned around. Nice, okay. Decent. I think this thing can do a lap. Alright, let's do an actual lap. I just wanted to see how much understeer it had. Whoops. Wrong thing. I don't even have multiplayer set up correctly, so that wouldn't work. One lap. Rolling start. No, we'll fix that in a second. Oh, there's no rolling start. One lap. Cool. Let's go. In Spain, it's the 5th. Okay. So May the 4th is Independence Day, right? Or whatever it is in America. This is the complete opposite of how I would corner. How would you corner? It's 1:15 Eastern Standard Time, July the 5th in the US. 4th was yesterday in the US, and hot, dry conditions are terrible for fireworks. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Alright, let's see how we do. Lots of power there at the beginning. Pretty good. Bringing it around the big parabolica-like corner. Okay, that's the thing. Quite controllable though. And then slow down for this corner. Oh, lots of frame lag, and I overshot. We'll say that that's worth at least a couple of seconds if I was to take it correctly. So when we get to the end, we'll just take that off. Okay, I'm getting a lot of frame lag. You know what it is? I'm on time trials. Time trials is where you get more frame lag when the wheels, tires are under stress. So that's why we're having a bit of issues now. 90 degrees? Water would be boiling at that temperature. Okay. This thing has bad oversteer on the slingshot. If that happens again, we're probably going to call it a day on this car. And skip right to the last 3 cars. Okay. Yeah, lots of frame lag, unfortunately. BeamNG has still not fixed its issue. And I have to oversteer here. I don't really have much of a choice. But at least we'll be able to slow down for this one coming into Ban Hammerhead. Oh, okay. Squirrely on the brakes. Lots of frame lag. Bringing it here. Ban Hammerhead. Slow down. Get turned in. Please and good. Out the other side. Alright, heading into the Cotswolds. You love all-wheel drive cars? I don't think this is all-wheel drive. I think this is just rear-wheel drive. So, what, 9 take 30 is 60, divide by 2. Okay, alright, no, okay, we've got power oversteer on a straight line. So, unfortunately, no, this car does not pass muster. I would give this car, for its, like, reasonable price and its high top speed, and the fact that this thing would have gone down in history as, like, an amazing car for a decent price. With that amazing engine, everyone would remember this engine. Much like the McLaren's BMW V8. I would give this car probably an 8 out of 10. Pretty darn good. Not good as a race car, though. This is all-wheel drive? Oh, it is all-wheel drive. Oh, you're right. That's why we're able to control it in the drift. Yep, you're right. My bad. All right, let's go somewhere else. For the muscle car track. I would suggest that the best place to take a muscle car would be Utah. Let's take it to the auto repair zone. BMW S70 V12. I don't know that car. Oh, the engine is called S70. I was wondering why it had a Volvo name. I was like, why would a BMW have a Volvo model name? Weird. Yeah, I don't know much about that engine. No matter what the engine is, if it has 12 cylinders, it is an expensive car here in Australia. Bar none, no questions asked. Like, the Jaguar, the really bad V12, that is the cheapest one, and it is still not cheap. V12s, V8s, V10s, always super high price used here in Australia. You will never, ever find one for cheap. Alright, let's start off with the off-roading version. We've got some stuff next to us, so let's move ahead a little bit. That is not great power. You know what? That's probably the Windsor. So these two are meant to have the Windsor engine, the white and the green one. And then the black one, Beelzebub himself, is meant to have a big boss engine in it. So we'll see. What was it, a 429, I believe this engine is? Our music has stopped. Because we're at the end of the list. Is there another page? Yes, there is. But not many here. Alright. Let's give this car a bit of a go. Benz SL65 AMG. It's expensive, bro. I can't even clutch up with this car. It's just slow. And understeers badly. Which is what you would expect from a muscle car of any kind, really. Understeer until you oversteer. This is slow. Very slow. Oh, goodness. How much power does this thing create? Twin turbo V10? Then yes, that car would be very expensive. Oh my god! I think the only reason why it survived that as good as it did is because this thing is all-wheel drive. Okay, don't start the engine immediately. Let's get this flipped over in its current condition. Woo! Let's see. Oh, it's so slow. Also, it's a manual, which isn't good for rock climbing. So we're not going to do rock climbing. Well, it's not good for rock climbing in this game. Well, now it's a paddy basher. And no, I'm not saying you should beat up Irish. That's because you're meant to, like, you bash around a paddock is the terminology there. I found that one out during 1916 Pikes Peak. Oh god, massive frame lag just then. I think I have to find a new game, guys. This game is getting worse. Sometimes better, but I'm really torn on this update. It's still pretty darn bad. Alright, let's refresh and try doing some uphill. Oh my god, it's so slow! So incredibly slow. Let's try going up steep hill here. We're gonna go with front diff, rear diff, and... oh, wait, hold on. Range low. Okay. Much better. Okay. Whoops. Switch to realistic. We're just gonna keep it in first gear. No such grip. Okay. Yeah, now. Unfortunately, this car is a no good. It's a no good. It is a lot faster, though, in low range. Because in high range, this thing is really bad. I get the feeling that when they were designing this, they maybe thought that it was like a truck. Like a, I believe it's called a semi in America. Or a lorry in England. What you're meant to do is have your low and high range as you switch through all the gears. I think that's the thought pattern they might have been having with this car. Because otherwise, it's just bad gearing. With a much better gear ratio, this thing does pretty well. Though we only reach 100 kilometers an hour. Let's go to high range. We're in second gear. Alright, that picks us up a lot better now. When this thing gets going, it's not slow. Would I say it's fast? Hell, it's still not fast. God, my 1983 Volvo would be faster than this. Anyway, let's move on to a different one! Oh, God! Oh, you stopped so suddenly. Let's try a different one. Welcome, BNG 100. How's it going? Are Australians also celebrating an Independence Day? No. We have Australia Day, which is slowly being turned into Invasion Day, which I think is fine. Because realistically, what we did was pretty bad. It wasn't meant to be good, it was meant to be stupid? Alright. Oh, this is also bad. And this doesn't have a low-range gear. Oh. That's slow. Alright, let's pull this thing to a stop. God, those brakes are terrible. What do we got for brakes here? Let's have a quick look. Looks like we have, not radials, cross plies, because those are some thick-ass tire walls, so props to you for actually doing the right sort of tire. We have drum brakes? Is that what that is? It looks like drum brakes in the rear, so good. And then the front we have disc, but a 2-piston, which I doubt. The driver died? Yeah, in that crash, most certainly that driver died. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not what I was meant to be doing. Let's pull it out. Let's get a bit of wheel spin here. Okay, we get a lot better wheel spin now. Okay, yep, nope, okay. Well, we stuffed up. Come on, pick a gear. All right, let's bring up the UI app for 0 to 100. Performance timers, that's the one. Let's see what a 0 to 100 is. Okay, without a clutch dump, it is looking like a 0 to 100 is 8.84 seconds. You know what? No. This is faster than my Volvo. The other off-roading one? No. It really much isn't. I think that might have also been a little bit uphill. Alright, let's try with a bit of a burnout. And we're doing much better. 7.46 seconds to 100. Pretty good. Wait, hold on. Is this new? Okay. There's been an update to the Utah map. Sorry, I meant to say Utah map. Nice, I like it. They got like piles of dirt around. Like, I don't know why they have a fake car. I thought they would have just had a real car. That's usually the sort of thing that they would have. I like the idea. They are getting closer and closer to releasing their, career mode. Which, I mean, I'd rather not have. I'd rather them just have a good game. But if they're heading towards that, sure. Whatever, up to them. Alright. Let's try out the beastly car. Pull this one over. Return it to home. This is the big behemoth. This thing is meant to have a 429 Boss engine in it. Let's actually have a quick look at the engine comparison here. So here we've got 3 double barrel carburetors in what looks to be a pushrod configuration by what I can tell. It's a little bit hard to tell in this game sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that's meant to be pushrod. This one looks much bigger. 2 quad barrel carburetors, and also probably push rod. I don't know, I didn't check it out, that was my bad. If you have a look at actually old wings though, they're not actually angled this way. They're usually angled upwards. And that was deliberate, even though it looks like a bad idea. It's because air comes over the car and then it comes down with it. So if you have this much of a wing angle, it creates a little bit of drag and wind noise. If you have a tilted off angle, you're still going to create a smidgen bit of downforce, mostly drag reduction than anything else. But it is weird. I don't know why they did it, but they had them like that. Okay. Feels a little bit peppier. Still, the top end is not great, which is good. This is meant to be a 1971 car, so... You know what, actually? if this is 1971, this is just before the fuel crisis, which means that this car would not be subject to fuel saving. So I kind of would have expected it to be faster. Let's take it back home. We're going to line it up. We're going to try to do a 0 to 100. Okay. Without dropping the clutch. It's only a little bit faster than the smaller engine, the Windsor. Alright, we're going to try to do that exact same one, the same direction, with a clutch jump this time. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Just tried to keep it in that power band, didn't actually want to get wheel spin. And 0 to... Oh, wait, no, hold on. You can't feather the throttle if you want to do a 0 to 100. God, this game is stupid sometimes. Alright, we're going to have to do a full clutch jump the entire way. That is a lot of wheel spin. And 6.56. You know what? Pretty good. But let's take it to a drag strip. There's not really a whole lot going on here with these cars. They're just conventional. Damn it, wrong one again. And I'm also not going to go drag. I'm going to go free roam. Then I'm going to take it to the drag strip. Nope, wrong one. West Coast. And then drag strip. We'll try it out there. And we'll compete it against something of an equivalent era from BeamNG itself. So I'm just having a look at the settings here. I'm getting a warning from YouTube that I'm doing it wrong. Okay, if I'm doing it wrong then. Also, this has been a very short stream. We're only at an hour and a half. Pretty short, pretty good. I do like them to be a little bit longer, but there's not really a whole lot going on here. I might do another stream during the week for Twin Turbos' new challenge, if you guys are interested in that. Okay, let's switch over cars. Sometime today. Wait, have they changed things on this map as well? That looks different over there. Let's go have a quick look. Oh, okay. No, it hasn't changed. Wait, no, has it? It feels a little bit different. Was this always here? I know that there were shops and stuff around here, but I don't remember it looking like this. Weird. Anyway, let's give it a go. No, okay, we have to reverse and go back onto it again. I think it does outdrag the Barstow and the Moonhawk, but it's been a while since I've checked. All right, let's check this out. What car are we going to go up against? We could go the new Widgeon. Let's, The Barstow was of a similar era. So is the Moonhawk. I don't know which one was more of a drag car, so let's just go with the Barstow and go with like a regular V8 version. So this is a big engine, but it is still a road version. So we're going to go with like the Road Sport package. Select vehicle, cinematic off, Pro Tree, I don't know what that means, so we'll just leave it as is for now. Also, BeamNG drag strips have... What the hell? Yeah, that is saying no textures. That's a standard car. Okay then, BeamNG drag strips have become allergic to automation. This might not work. I suppose it really depends on the sort of car you're going with. Ooh, too much traction, not enough power. We might have to pump up those rear tires to get a little less traction on it. It is catching up to the Barstow, though. Nice. Goodbye, Barstow. Suck it. Okay, what do we do? A 14.9. Let's go ahead and try again. This time, though, we are going to change the rear tire pressure. Vehicles, settings. tuning. Rear tire pressure. You know what? We're going to push both of them up. You know what? We're going to push them both all the way up. There we go. Hopefully that'll let us get a little bit more wheel spin without becoming oversteery. Nope. Still the same issue. But are we going to do a better quarter mile? It does feel a little bit faster. We have overtaken it a little bit earlier, but that could also just be that they were just not as good. 14.89. Exactly the same. All right. Let's bring it to a stop now. And let's do the outro to the video. Thank you, boys and... boys. If I'm being honest. No, there might be females in here. I don't know. I just like to joke about that. Cars being stereotypically a thing. Anyway, I hope you guys and girls, if there have been any, enjoyed today's stream. Checking out viewer cars and all that sort of stuff. If you want your own car to be tested, you just go to my Discord server. Look for car files for testing, no spam. Looks like a few new people have added a few cars. Yash Players added one. You just added here. This is open for anybody to add cars and to pull other people's cars off and have a look at them. See how they made them, all that sort of stuff. That is entirely open. And there is no regulations whatsoever. You just have a car that you've been making and you're like, I'm proud of this car. Go ahead. Feel free to post it up. Just don't spam your cars. Don't put up every single car you do. Make sure that the car you put up is special to you because you really, really like it. Anyway. Normal tree lights up. The orange lights, each one. The Pro tree lights up 3 oranges at once at the same time. Oh, that sort of thing. Oh, I think I do know the difference. Vaguely, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Rob Rimmer. Fun, thanks, yeah. I'll catch you guys next time.